Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you my June 2020 For the Love of Homemade kits, and I think it's a kind of fun one. I'm kind of going with the theme that I did last month because I'm still working on my travel album, and so I tried to go a little bit more with the Jen Hatfield papers just to kind of keep that natural tone of nature and things that you'd see in South Dakota. So I'll go through the papers first. So the first item that they had on the list was a piece of vellum paper. So I grabbed this one. It's more of a text paper, and I thought with some of the places that we went, like we went to an 1880s village and things like that, it kind of gave the feel of, the older historic places that we would have visited. So I grabbed that one. Then it wanted a grid dot paper, and so this I have, which I actually used this last month, as a Jen Hatfield, and so it did have the dotted pattern in there, so I thought this went well. I don't know if it's a true black. It might be more to the brown tone, but I was trying to get more to the black, but when it's there, I think it leads more of the black, so I was kind of happy with that. I also, because I'm like scrapping a little bit with more paper, and I would like to get 4 pages at least done for the month, I also added in this grid paper that is more like kind of like a journaling grid. And then I also grabbed this one as well. This one I believe is from Dear Lizzie, and then again this is from Jen Hatfield. Not sure which of the paper pads because I have several of hers. So those are probably going to be, these will be my backgrounds more than likely. And then it wanted a photo reel paper, which I don't really carry because that's not my jam. So I did throw in more of like the leaves because, again, I want that woodsy nature look. So I grabbed this piece, and then it wanted a black and white piece of paper. So I grabbed this one here, and that had the birds, again, Jen Hatfield. And again, it kind of is on that black to brown tone. But again, this here is from Auburn Lane, this other black one that I picked. And it does go more towards that. When you have them together, they don't look off too bad. So I had this black and white, and then I also grabbed this black and white, and I grabbed a plaid. And again, this one from Jen Hatfield kind of lends a little bit to the brown tone, but again, next to the black, I don't think it's too far off. And then it wanted scrap paper, which I didn't throw any in, but what I did do was bring in some of the paper that, or the one piece of paper that I had left over from the kit. So from May, I brought in the pink with the gold butterflies, again trying to go with the nature, and I really love that pink, green, black tone look, and will look good for my album. And then I also brought in this piece of paper. I believe this is also Jen Hatfield. And then I brought in this pink. And then from Auburn Lane, I grabbed this kind of mustardy color. I wanted to bring a little bit, another shade in. And so like this flower has a little bit of the mustard yellow in it. And the tone of the leaves kind of go to that yellowy green. And then I brought in this floral, and this floral has a little bit of the orange with the blue and the mustard in there, so I thought together they all went pretty good and would be great for my travel album. So those are my papers, and again, I'll have the formula in the front of my video here, and then also I will have a link in the description box that will show a link to Christina Sorge's blog, which will have the list if you want to make your own kit. So again, it's a piece of vellum, it's a grid dot paper, photo reel picture paper, black and white paper, and at least 3 paper scraps. So here's what I want for my paper. Mixed media, it wanted something metallic, and then an ink pad or an ink product. I really didn't add any in. I do still have my Liquitex pink that I had from last month that I'll carry over, which kind of goes with a version of ink. I also grabbed in this champagne gold modeling paste because it was asking for metallic, and that does go with the gold and the butterflies. And then I brought in this Dazzlers, which is starting to get a little bit tacky, so I want to try and use it before it gets bad and I have to throw it out. So I brought in the silver, which I think if I go more of like a black and white, this will go with that. So those are my mixed media. Alphas, I'm not bringing any in. I will just bring them in as I need them, but they wanted an oversized alpha and a black and white alpha, and I just have a basket with all my thickers next to me, so I'll just leave them there, and as I make a page I'll grab whatever alpha I think works. And then for embellishments, the first thing it wanted was they wanted doilies, so these were still left over from May, so I'm just carrying those over. So I have the white doilies. I also have craft colored doilies and other doilies in my room, so if the white tone doesn't go with what I'm doing, I'm giving myself permission to grab a different color doily if needed. It wanted stickers, so I grabbed these. These are from Vicki Boutin, and so the one has like the gold leaves, which I really liked. These came from my hip kit that I got last month. And then these are also Vicki Boutin. Not sure if I'll use these, only because the pinks are a lot brighter, but if I make a page like with the black and white, that pink will be fine with it. So it really depends on what layout I'm making. So those are stickers. I'm also bringing back from last month my One Canoe 2, which again to me had a lot of the nature type colors and did have some of the pinks in there, and again give myself liberty that if I need something travel related or whatever, that I can go into my stash and grab a sticker. And then I also had from the hip kit items that I bought last month when I was doing my breaking my spending freeze and having a little pity party and buying. In there was this Jen Hatfield homemade sticker sheet. It's just the cardstock stickers, and so there's items like a fox, ladybug, some flowers. So I might be able to find a few things on here, little butterflies that I might be able to use, the birds, with my South Dakota photos. And then where I really concentrated was on the next item, which is the wood veneers and the die cuts. So, and then I found a few things, like in the hip kit there was these bows, and I want to say these were from Magical Forest, and I thought the kind of that pink and mustard went well, so I grabbed those. See if I can get those on. It did ask for wood veneers, so I just grabbed a handful of different things that I had. So like these are stars, a camera. I grabbed some stars. This one's a wood veneer ticket, some wood veneer cameras, butterflies, and this one says inspire, because you know when you're looking at like Crazy Horse or Mount Rushmore, the amazing feat of making that and carving it into the side of a mountain is inspiring. And what else do I have in here? I have the little @ signs. Like I said, I just grabbed random wood veneer. I have some wood hearts that say love, a wood button. Here's another @ sign and another camera. Then it also wanted paper clips, so I grabbed this one. This is carried over from last month, just a black and white. I grabbed a silver arrow again because I didn't know which of the texture paste I would use, so I wanted to have both gold and silver. This is just a pink ampersand or an and sign, and that was with silver tone. And then this is from C'est La Vie, just a gold clip. So those are my clips. And then the die cuts, lots of die cuts and fussy cut items. So I just went through my yellow and my black and my pink drawers. So I grabbed just different things that I thought would go, like the mustard bow, a sign, love of my life, sunflowers, an ampersand or an ant sign, some flowers that I cut out in mustard that were just sitting in my drawer, another sunflower, leaves. So there's like my mustards. And we did go to, on the trip we went to Nashville, so you know how they have the signs and stuff. This is looks more Vegas-y, but still has that feel. So if I do anything from Nashville, I have this hey sign. And let's see, I just grabbed words like relax, day trip, photos, smile, beautiful. This one's passport. Never let your mind tell your heart not to wander. Get lost. Explore. A black heart. You and me. So just a lot of things that I thought would go for a trip with my husband, you know, because we've been married for 35 years, but also things that meant vacation, relaxing, sightseeing, stay wild and free, arrow. Tickets, because you know we did a train ride and some events where you'd pay for a ticket. Happy together, tourist, a little journaling spot. So just a lot of miscellaneous things that were in my color drawers that I thought would go with my vacation theme, and also the papers. Here's some pinks, carrying over the arrow, one of a kind. Some of these die cuts were in last month's that I'm just bringing over. Little leaves, and then stars, more flowers, a bird, some of the pink paisley, inhale your future, exhale your past, dream big, little gold doily, again some flowers that I cut out, smile, happiness, looks good on you, camera, another tag. So just a lot of miscellaneous things that can be used and tucked here and there that speak of nature and vacation that I think can be used. And again, I always reserve the right to pull out all my other embellishments. We did a North Carolina trip. We stayed in Newburgh, and that happens to be where the first soda shop was, where Pepsi products were invented. So I thought a soda, because we, you know, stop and eat. Let's wander, explore. These were all Vicky Boutin. A map on a butterfly. New view, explore, another butterfly. These are pretty big, but suitcases. So it's kind of an eclectic coloring of pinks, a little bit of the orange tones, and a lot of like nature, travel kind of feel. So hopefully I can crank out a few more and get a few more vacation items into my book, you know, my never-ending book. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and wish me luck, and hopefully we can come up with some cool layouts. And still working on trying to get my mojo back, so hopefully this will help, and we'll see what happens. And Monday, maybe the weekend, we'll see what happens, because I should have had a layout I think on Monday, but we'll see how my weekend goes and get some stuff up. And also check back this week. We're going to have in a couple days we're doing a group hop, and try and get some more inspiration up. And tomorrow is the 6th, so if I get my act together, I will get a 6x6 on the 6th, actually on the 6th. So I want to thank you all for joining me. Those who have subscribed, thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate you all being part of my channel. and I look forward to giving you some new content for June. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.